client's nails were already prepped, and then I took out some gel-less extension to check the sizing. When it fits, I had already applied glue, sticking it just 1 millimeter away from the cuticle area, and then slowly pushing the glue to the free edge. I did the same for the index finger. Make sure you have the correct sizing and knowing that it fits from edge to edge before you apply your glue to fix to the nail. Start by placing the nail on the apex, then sliding it downwards and then pushing the glue to the top, like so. Make sure your glue do not have air bubbles inside, and do not push it on the cuticle. If you take a close look, it's just 1 millimeter away from the cuticle, so it's not on the cuticle, just before the cuticle and not too far from the cuticle. Sometimes you can place it on the lunula and then file the edges off and have a clean transition, and then you let that cure. You can use your UV light to cure that off. We're doing a medium square plain gel nails. I had already placed some magnets on it, about 3 magnets to give me a medium length, and then I went ahead to cut the tips for a square shape. Using magnets will help you with lengthening, so your length does not wobble. After cutting, I went with a 180 grit file to shaping the nail, making sure that it is well squared. You see, before shaping, press the top of the fingernail to help with pressure. Don't file too hard. File if necessary to have blunt edges, so it's not too sharp. If they want a tampered square, you can go around the edge a bit to make it a little bit blunt. I'm just shaping the tip and not over filing it out to lose shape or making it shorter. I used my buffer to buff the top and the tips, preparing it before my gel base coat. File as light as possible so you are not putting pressure on the hand. And you do the same with the other hands. Always dust off before you put your polish on. Dust properly. I went in with my acetone to clean before my base coat and before painting my colored polish. Painting gel-X can be very, very trickish. You make sure you do not paint on the cuticle by leaving just a millimeter away from all angle, right from the cuticle to the other edge, avoiding polish being painted on the skin. Do not polish on the skin. Can you see the space I left? Just 1 millimeter away from the cuticle. That's how you should paint. Never paint on the skin. Start by painting through the middle, pushing polish toward the cuticle and leaving it 1 millimeter away. Paint very light. Your first layer must be very light. If it's too thick, it will not dry properly. You see how light it is. Make sure you are not leaving excess space, but as light as possible. If at all you get any polish on the skin, clean immediately. Do not let it cure on the skin or dry out. Start from the middle again and then you push downwards, making sure there is no polish on the skin. And then you do that for all 5 fingers. You paint in a dash wipe motion. You swipe and wipe downwards. I have my swabs here. I use them in cleaning any stain, and it helps me in not getting the products on my own skin. You see how easy that is. Make sure the fingers are painted directly downwards so your products do not overrun. Using this technique will help you better, leaving 1 millimeter away from the skin on all edges, on the whole square edges, depending on the shape. 1 millimeter away from the skin, leave it open. That's how far away it should be. After curing for about 60 seconds, I'm going in with the second layer of my gel polish, avoiding the skin areas without putting product on the skin, and also painting very light. If you paint too thick, you will have curing issues. It would not cure properly. After curing for another 60 seconds, I'm going in with my non-sticky wipe to wipe out all the surface, removing all the sticky surface, so I can go in with my top coat. I will be using my Dix bit to make sure I square that up and I have an even tip. Using it very gentle on a 15 RMP speed. When I'm satisfied with the shape, I'll move on to other fingers. I also use it in filing the edge. After filing, I go in with my dusting brush to remove all dust and residues before my top coat. Top coat very gently without putting your top coat on the skin. You do not want to get any polish on the skin. Avoid all skin area. Avoid painting on the cuticles. I immediately paint very light on all fingernails. After applying top coats to all fingers, you let that cure for 60 seconds and you'll have your final result. Apply some cuticle oil and you are good to go. And this is what our final result look like. Like and share. Please follow for more.